talking about? The plate is like this big.
What's up, softball people? That's it. That's yeah.
Just took care of everything.
For some reason, I'm like into this thing where I like to make an entrance.
Yeah.
Like even when I walk into my friend's house.
I think you walk in and you own the room.
Right.
That's important.
Make your presence known.
Don't be shy.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you are shy, that's okay too.
That's all right. But occasionally, make your presence known.
Yeah.
Well, we've got some things to talk about today.
We have some things to talk about.
We've got Maryland with the new hire. We've seen some top recruits make some changes.
Yeah.
Little switcherooskies.
Switcherooskies.
Yeah.
I think you just stole that from Allie.
Yeah, she did.
Like before the show,
I liked it.
Before the show, Allie was like, "What do you guys think about switcherooskis?" Mm-hmm. And Ches just stole that from.
Well,
her.
she said switcheroo.
Yeah, but then you want the switcheroo
The
skis.
skis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
I like that though.
I guess you can add that. I guess that's original work if you add skis to it.
Yeah. And then we're introducing a new segment that Allie is going to be leading.
Very excited about this segment.
I'm excited.
Extremely excited about
It's gonna
it.
I
be a
think
good
the
time.
parents are. This is going to be very educational for you,
Yeah.
and
It was-
very educational for us as well.
It was extremely. I was watching some of it.
We're gonna
before
have
and I was
our
like,
we're
what
gonna
is
have our
this tiny
knowledge
little pig?
tested.
Yep. It's
Gonna
gonna
be
be big time. Al, you have some stats for us on the podcast.
Yeah.
Right?
So
Yep.
our podcast now has over about 682 unique downloads.
About
All right.
682. That was two prepositions and then
Yeah.
a very specific number.
I know.
I liked how you delivered that.
You know,
Yeah.
you're welcome.
Yep. Thank you for that.
I just went with it. But so yeah, if you did not know, our Here's the Deal segment is on Apple Podcasts. So you can go to your Apple Podcast app on your phone, type in Here's the Deal, and then from there you can subscribe to all our episodes, download all of them, just listen to our sweet voices while you're driving to work.
Sweet voices.
Allie just made that weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was good.
Are we on Spotify yet?
We're still waiting on Spotify. Spotify takes a little bit longer.
Hey, Spotify. Let's hurry it up.
Yeah. Let's do this.
Let's make this
Time's a ticking.
happen. Nick Tarina just joined. Hi,
Hey, Nick.
I don't think we're talking about LSU today, Nick, so you should be...
Well, I feel like he probably wants to rub it in my face right about now.
Oh, wow.
Well, Texas
Yes.
took the L.
Texas did take
I
the
know, you
on
were very
Saturday.
confident that Texas was going to win, too. And I
Look,
was
they
like,
had their chances. And I think Nick would agree with me. If Texas made a couple of plays, the outcome would be different. Not
But the
to say
question
that it
is-
is.
But the question is Texas back? No.
Yeah, they are.
No.
Nick just come in. Look on the bright side. The Horns finished second Saturday.
Look,
you're
I
a
have
good
a
man,
lot
Nick.
to. It's
You're a good man.
still a great day to be a Longhorn, and I have to say, Nick, I like the Baton Rouge peeps. I think they took to Austin well over the weekend. They pretty much invaded the city.
I mean, you remember when we went to the World Series in 2016?
Yes.
The LSU fans were out of control.
Yeah.
Like with the props.
Top notch.
Probably one of my favorite segments I've ever been a part of.
Yeah, we
was
need
with
to
the
actually
LSU
bring
fans.
that back.
Yes. I think there was a tiger.
I'm
I think I had a
like-
tiger hat and
Yeah.
it was out of control.
Was there like a parrot?
Yes, there was a parrot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was wild.
That was a great segment. So LSU, I dare you to make it back to the World Series.
There you go. See, Nick? You come up in here disrespecting Ches, and she's gonna throw it, and she's gonna. We promised.
They're like, challenge accepted.
We weren't gonna talk to you. We're talking about it. But. Okay. Let's talk about Maryland.
All right.
New head coach Mark Montgomery. He was previously at La Tech.
Yep.
Very successful.
Very successful.
He had 2 conference championships, 2 regular season championships. He made 2 regional appearances. Last season, he was 45-16. 5 consecutive 30-plus win seasons
Yeah, that's what's
under
up.
him. Previously, La Tech had only had 1 in the history of the program. 130-plus win game. So, needless to say, and he was co-coach of the year last year.
Yeah.
So, needless to say, really solid coaching career at La Tech. He's going to Maryland. Maryland has had a couple, rough seasons. They were 11-39 and 1 in 2017, 18-37 in 2018, 20-31 last year. What's your take?
I think it's a great hire. Obviously, they needed to make a change and to be able to compete in the Big Ten. And I think Coach Montgomery is going to be able to change the culture and hopefully keep some of their top recruits. One of their top recruits, Kendall Mangle, I'm sure some other coaches around the country are probably setting their sights on her. She's one of the top pitchers in the country from the Corona Angels. But I'm hoping to see some changes. You know, Maryland is a beautiful campus. We've seen some great athletes come out of that program, and I know that they want to see more wins coming from the Terps. So I think it's a solid change, great hire. I feel sorry for La Tech. Obviously, they love that guy. He's attracted a lot of top recruits. So let's see if the magic works down in, up in Maryland.
Up in Maryland.
Yeah.
Geography. It's important, kids.
Yeah.
You mentioned a culture change at Maryland. What do you think that culture change needs to be? And what do you think Montgomery's going to bring?
I think he's going to bring family, honestly. Okay. So I think that's definitely a key component to Coach Montgomery's style. And I think that's what's needed. Not to knock the previous coach, but I think sometimes when you can kind of conduct yourself, it's like everything's business. You kind of lose that connection that you need with your athletes. And I think he's going to bring family, blue collar work ethic, and just, changing the environment these kids are in. He's got some good athletes. I think a little change here and there in making sure his kids are loved and taken care of. I think those are huge ways to change the culture of a program.
Do you dare take a guess as to who La Tech is going to hire?
Wow.
I'm putting you on the spot.
I don't know. Okay. I'm not sure at this point. Right. It's because it's a weird time right now because a lot of people are settled, but somebody could be plucked from other programs. Mm-hmm. Like a good assistant from another program can make their move over. We've seen a lot of shuffling going on.
If you guys have an idea who's going to be the new head coach of La Tech, hit us up in the comments.
All right, we're moving on. So, as you know, there are recruits all over the country taking their official visits, and some of them who have been committed since they were in 8th grade or freshman year.
Or 5th grade.
Well, we don't have a known 5th grader yet.
No? 6th grade? We have some 6th graders.
But we've seen some changes. If you watch PGF Nationals 16U Premier National Championship, we saw Reagan Krause in the circle just dominate. She was originally committed to Illinois and has since committed to Stanford.
Going west.
So I think that's a huge pickup for the Cardinals.
It is. They're kind of on the upswing here. And what do you like about Krause in the Pac-12 with the Cardinals?
I mean, she's got her work cut out for her, but seeing how she performed this summer, I think was a testament of the talent that she's capable of. And I think this summer is going to be another test for her because she's going to be moving up to the 18U division. And under the guidance of Coach Allister, Stanford is going to keep getting better and better every year, in my opinion, with her at the helm.
All right. Riley White.
So we got Riley White. This was a big surprise, committed to Tennessee and changed her commitment to Texas. That's right, folks. Texas is back.
Unless you thought we were done talking about Texas with the Texas LSU game, we're back to Texas, and Ches is going to bring it full circle.
They made some huge pickups over the weekend with Riley White, who we saw at PGF Nationals over the summer, take home a national championship with Athletics Mercado. She's one of the top pitchers in the country. She's a true competitor. I'm very excited that she's joined the program along with Sophia Simpson and Katie, I'm probably mispronouncing this, but Camus. A catcher from the Diamond Sports Hot Shots. So, I mean, kudos, Texas.
That burnt orange looks good on her. She went from
hook 'em,
kind of
baby.
the bright orange of the Tennessee to the burnt orange of...
It's a better one.
And it was UT's?
Yeah.
UT's?
Yeah.
I want to throw this out here just for everybody. When you say UT, what comes to your mind first? Is it Tennessee or Texas? Just let us know. Don't let
Texas.
Chez influence you.
Well, I'm biased.
Because they're both orange. They're both UT.
It probably depends on what region you're from.
I know. I just want to see what the fandom says out there. But Texas is.
I mean, I'm
gonna
very,
be
I'm
good.
very excited about where this program's headed. They keep making great pickup after great pickup. But
Do you think that they can give OU a run for their money this year in the Big 12?
yeah,
Okay.
why not?
All right.
They were very close. Like, if you watch the games last year,
Were they as
Texas
close as Texas was with LSU?
Like, you're talking about football?
I'm saying is Texas OU where you keep saying that Texas is close, but they're always second.
Oh, wow. Cold-blooded
That
here.
one was for you, Nick.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. She just was leading me in a trap there.
Sure did.
I should have just ignored the question.
You should have. You should know this by
Being
now.
a little punk today.
Don't worry about it. I'm salty. I wasn't salty enough last
I know,
episode.
she was
Yeah.
salty early
I
on
know.
too. It was like, man, you
All
got a
right.
lot of salt today.
So Riley
Totally.
White, Tennessee to Texas. Clare Davidson.
Clare Davidson, one of the top recruits that we knew over the summer, who was kind of shopping around, has changed her commit to Duke, which I'm a little surprised, but not. Apparently, she's an academic kid, and Duke, obviously, a great educational institution.
Who wants to talk about education? That's great for her. And,
I really like Clare Davidson, and that's a huge pickup for Duke, because she's going to be able to contribute in the circle, and most definitely on offense. This kid can rake.
All right, so those are some of the big top recruits who have changed schools.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about the decision to change schools?
I think the landscape's changed, right? We went from a point where it was kind of like the Wild Wild West. Anything went. Like stake your flag in the ground just so you can have your commitment and say you committed. And to a landscape now, it's like, take your time, make sure it's the right place for you. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, is it in a good neighborhood?
Are the schools good? What
Yeah,
are the taxes like?
That's how I feel. Kids are
It's the
now.
HOA.
Yeah, exactly. They're asking better questions, kind of about these universities and the coaching staffs and the lifestyle.
I think it's Gen Z. I like to not make it about generations, but Gen Z, they're very much more practical. The millennials we're just all over the place.
Yeah, it's like
Gen Z is like grounded.
We're gonna do our Google
Yeah.
research. What are the reviews?
Yep.
Yeah. Is it on Yelp?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna listen to a few podcasts about it.
Yeah.
Read a couple blogs.
Yeah.
Totally. It's just different.
So
do
you like that landscape better? Do you think it's better which landscape do you think is better for the sport?
I absolutely think I think it's better for the kids to be sure about where they're going, because it could, for most of them, be the last 4 years they ever play softball,
And
like
there's that,
competitively.
And there's that small thing about education,
Yeah, and education.
because it's kind of
That's a part of it.
semi-important.
Right, kids?
Stay in school. Okay, so
I'm
changing
for
landscape.
it. I
Okay.
think it's great, and also it get not only from the players and parents' perspective, but the coaches' perspective. They're going to be able to get to know these kids a lot better, versus like hanging out at a sixth graders softball game, and it's just different.
Yep.
It's like now I get to sit and I hear them. They talk like parents. It's like now I get to sit and watch my kids. And it's like, okay.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing.
So how do you feel about the announcements being made on social media?
I mean, I think it's fine. I have a problem with the kids that talk about their offers.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not that I've committed. It's like, I got an offer from this school and I got an offer from this school and that school. It's like, dude, keep it to yourself. I mean, I think the announcement of like where you're verbally committing, that's totally fine. I totally support that. But talking about what offers you're getting, I don't know about that. It's a little too much. You?
I mean, Allie and I work in marketing and social media. There are pros, there are cons. But I really think that we have LeBron to blame for this, or to thank for this, whichever way you're looking at it. Because he started this all with, I'm taking my talents to South Beach. The whole thing.
So you're blaming LeBron.
I'm blaming LeBron.
It's all LeBron's fault.
If you're watching, which I know you are. Of course you are. I'm blaming you for this. Also, download our podcast, LeBron. He's watching. Don't worry, folks. Yeah, I blame LeBron. You know what? I thank LeBron because I think it's fun. Like this is social media is how most people, not even kids these days, communicate. I think it's a great thing. That's how they're communicating. They're communicating with their friends. They're getting feedback from their friends. Let there be social media.
Yeah. I think I would only have an issue with it if these kids who are currently committing to a school, like, don't tell the other school, like, hey, I'm opening up my choices. I think if you're sneaky about it, I'm not about that. Because, like, that's a spot.
Yeah, no.
And they can be a school could be losing out on, a potential player because they're holding it out. They're holding that spot for another one. Robbie Wilson 100% agrees with you. Oh, thanks, Robbie.
He's like, final commitment announcement on social media, yes.
Yeah, offers,
but do not announce every offer you get. Right, like if you're looking for a job.
Brag about it.
If you're on the job market, you're not like posting about every interview you're going to. But you post when you get a job.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah, I think you wouldn't get the job if you're posting about all your job offers.
You know what? I like Robbie better than the illustration I just gave because he's like, you don't kiss and tell.
Yeah. True story. All right, Robbie.
Thanks for that, Robbie. Appreciate it. Yeah. You and Robbie are on the same side. I don't know where Nestor is today.
Yeah, where is Nestor?
I don't know where Nestor is. Nestor isn't at my back.
Yeah. But I understand it's a culture and climate we're in. I mean, there's going to be like graphics made about these kids committing to schools.
Yeah.
I think it's like interesting because we've done stories like on these kids and it's like, do I go back and delete that article that we did, 2-3 years ago about them going on their trip to this school and then they're not going to that school anymore. I'm just going to leave it. It's part of softball history.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just don't be sneaky.
Totally. But we have a new segment today.
New segment.
Allie, would you like to introduce it?
Yeah, so our new segment, hosted by me, will be called Kids These Days. And you're probably wondering, okay, what do you mean by that? Well, there are a lot of trends on social, a lot of words on social, a lot of videos and memes that, typically don't really quite understand.
Yeah, nobody understands it.
Yeah, so we're just going to kind of do a little deep dive, and how I'm going to do this is I'm going to ask Ches and Sarah either what they think about this, their opinions, so on and so on. And so our first topic right now is what in the world is TikTok?
TikTok. I got TikTok. Do you know what TikTok is?
I mean, I know there's an element of video editing, some music, and that's about it.
It's basically Vine with video at this point. That's how I'm thinking about it.
Okay, so to say this, I did give you that little tidbit at the very beginning of the show.
You did not.
Before.
I said it was Vine. I did. And then you're like, oh, it's music.
And you said Vine with a little bit of music. It's okay. But
guys, stop fighting.
We all steal from each other before the show starts, if you haven't figured that out yet.
But we have a few videos to show. The first one being, honestly, probably one of the funniest videos that I've seen with TikTok.
I think this is like the quintessential TikTok video
All right.
that's out there.
Let's roll it.
It's just so cute.
So somebody with no life decided to make this video.
No.
And the next video that we will show is actually a softball player who plays for Oregon. She has made a ton of TikTok videos. Haley Cruz is up next.
One sip,
Bad for me,
one hit,
bad for me,
one kiss.
bad for me. But I give in so easily. And no, thank you.
What is this song?
That's the thing, there's so many songs on TikTok. I'm like, where is this from? So
If in case you needed a tie-in for softball, that's your softball tie-in.
that's the softball tie-in. But the next one is considering a meme. It's a meme that's been circling around social media now. And this girl is known as Kombucha Girl.
Yeah, I love this girl. I think she lives in Austin.
She actually, I think, yeah, either Austin or College Station. But
Really?
Yeah, that's let's
pretty funny.
Let's not spread that rumor.
It really smells like a public restroom.
Kombucha is gross. For
Kombucha
the
is
record.
gross. No,
It's
thank
so
you.
disgusting.
Smells like a public restroom. You know what?
Can't believe people buy it. Yep. No.
No.
She's just not sure.
Well,
Yeah, so there's been a lot of memes with like her face, you know, liking it, disliking it, liking it again. So that's a big one that's happening right now. But another thing, trending cartoons. Now there are two of them who have been trending quite often.
Oh, it looks like we still got one more TikTok video, Allie.
We do.
The softball one.
Let me see. Oh, that's true. Let's go back to that one then. Let's go ahead and roll that softball one. So this
Wait,
is
now,
actually
hold on a second.
This is actually considering the cartoon thing that I was talking about. So the saying is, "Wow, what are you doing in my blank?" And so I was gonna have y'all guess who was in the glove, and the cartoon is Peppa Pig. Apparently, Peppa Pig is like huge. Do y'all know who Peppa Pig is?
No.
No, I figured y'all wouldn't.
No, I am wildly out of my
Yeah.
league at this point with a small pig.
I know
Right.
Salt and
in
Peppa.
Salt and Peppa. Oh my
I know
gosh.
Salt and Peppa too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But wait, what's the pig's name?
Peppa Pig.
Peppa
It's like
Pig.
a cartoon, like a kid's cartoon, but for some reason it's been circling around TikTok, and a lot of people have been making videos about it. I don't quite understand it.
And what's
but-
what's
So
in
it
my
originated from someone making a TikTok of someone eating a chocolate, and it was one of those like hollow chocolates where there's like a little figurine inside.
yeah.
And so there's a little Peppa Pig inside of it, and so they just created this video like, oh, what are you doing in
So-
my chocolate, Peppa?
So that was the culmination of
softball.
memes and TikTok and Peppa.
Yeah,
and
there's just a lot
what's
of
in my.
Yeah.
That's a lot. There's a lot going.
Starting to understand, but not.
That's an important video, and it's
It's an
a
important
lot of
video.
tie-ins. It's honestly very, very confusing. But I mean, there's another cartoon that's been trending a lot too. If you have ever heard of the SpongeBob guy who lives in a pineapple under the sea, there's a lot of memes.
Are you gonna sing the song for us?
No, I'm not
Okay.
actually. I really don't want to.
Okay.
But yeah, so there's a lot of memes, and we've actually used a few of them on our FloSoftball account. But if y'all want to pull that one up too, it's pretty funny. So it says, when you and your teammate both reach for the same visor that's on the bench. It's SpongeBob just looking at each other.
I
feel
mean,
like
that is 100% accurate.
no, right?
Yeah.
I personally was not a visor wearer because I caught, but witnessed this
that was
multiple
me.
times with my teammates.
Right. It's a thing. You're always fighting. You don't know whose it is. You end up taking it. Someone else
That's
gets
why you
mad.
put your number on it.
There you go. You heard it here
Tips by
first.
Ches.
That's gonna be our next segment.
But moving on, this is another topic that Ches and I actually realized while we were traveling for PGF in Colorado. So there's a few fashion trends going on. One of them being puka shells. What are your thoughts on puka shells?
That's not okay. This shouldn't be happening.
I guess Blue Crush is coming back.
No.
No.
What is going on? Girls, what is happening? Puka shells.
They're
Where are
back. They're back.
Why is that a thing that's back?
I don't know.
Did you guys wear any when you saw some? Did you go out and get some?
I definitely was a puka shell wearing
This past
person.
This
No,
past year?
not this past year, but in my teenage years, yes. Puka shells, hang 10. That was me. I was a Roxy girl.
You're embarrassing yourself.
But tying in with puka shells, another big fashion asset that has come about is Crocs. What are your thoughts on Crocs?
They're ugly.
I don't know which one I feel more strongly against. It's really.
Yeah.
I know.
Good for gardening.
I know. Fashion stuff comes back.
Yeah.
But I really would have never bet that Crocs and puka shells would be making. I thought they were going to die in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought was going to happen with them.
I feel like Crocs are great gardening wear.
I mean, I see a lot of nurses wear them.
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw one of our VPs had Croc flip flops on the other day.
It's a sad day.
I know.
Sad day.
All right, are we going to get into a game?
Yeah, we're gonna get into a game.
All right.
So this game is know your abbreviations. So there's actually two abbreviations. One is an actual abbreviation. One is a word that has been used. But the
Okay.
first one,
I'm going to lose.
it is ADL. What does that stand for?
ADL. Absolutely dominate later.
That's not right. It's not right.
What's your guess?
Yeah, what's your guess, Sarah?
Well, I'm going to stall to see if somebody comments. Amazing dads.
No.
Later?
Ellie, what's the
Y'all
correct
are
answer?
not close, but it's all day long. Who would have thought?
Oh my god.
Oh, actually,
ADL.
Clemente is actually activities of daily living in the the medical field. That's what ADLs are.
Yeah.
Yep.
All day long.
All day.
All right.
Done that. Okay.
So
I down low. We have another one. Robbie.
the last word that we have for this little segment, this word is called yandi. What does yandi mean?
It's not a thing.
It's Yeezy plus Gandhi.
Oh.
It's a mashup. It's a mashup.
Whatever it actually is, it should not be that, and it should be Yeezy plus Gandhi. That's the best answer that anybody can possibly give at this point.
Exactly. It's because it's right.
What's
But-
the definition?
All right. Definition: the process of making a promise in which you back out of the day before.
No, that's not the definition. The definition is Yeezy
Yeah.
plus Gandhi. That's what it is.
Yeezy plus Gandhi.
I mean, they should change it
Yandi.
to that. It makes more sense.
I know.
Tweet at dictionary. They're
Right.
they're very active on social media.
Well, we're gonna try it out.
Let them know.
Yandi plus Gandhi.
Well, that is it for the segment.
That's it.
Kids these days.
If you are following FloSoftball on Twitter, you most likely have seen some of those things, courtesy of Allie. So stay up to date.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
important.
Yep. Well, what's up next? We've got the end of year rankings rolling out next week. We have the final Olympic qualifier in Shanghai,
sure
China.
What day is that going to be live?
You keep asking me this, and I'm going to have to go look it up.
It's live on FloSoftball.
Technically, it starts on September 23rd
Okay.
because it starts late at night because we've got the whole time change.
Right.
And then I'll end on the 28th.
If you're a true fan, you will wake up at midnight to watch that.
Only one qualifier left, y'all, and they're only taking one team. So it's kind of a big
Stakes
deal.
are high.
All right, y'all. We will see you next week, and feel free to comment if you want us to talk about a particular topic next week. We're open to it. So send us your feedback on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Later.